Hello, hello, hello. It's This Month in Housing with Mary Bartos from the Bartos Group of Premier Plus and
I'm Cole Bartos, also with the Bartos Group of Premier Plus Realty.
Cole's our new co-host as of this month. And we're super excited to get right down to it and help you see what's happened from January back 12 months. So Cole, we're going to jump into it right now. So
February
that
2022. So I can see the slides.
Oh, good, good, good. So the question on everyone's mind that we're getting actually right now in the field is home ownership going to be a hedge or a hindrance against inflation? And with that said, let's see what the analysts are saying. Cole, tell us
Yep.
what Mark Cusson with Investopedia is saying.
Yeah, he is saying that real estate is one of the time-honored inflation hedges. It's a tangible asset, as we know, and those tend to hold their values when inflation reigns, unlike paper assets. More specifically, as the prices rise, as we've seen, property values also rise.
Which is awesome, which is exactly where we want to have our money in these times. As a matter of fact, this slide is very interesting because you look at it from the 70s forward and the last 2 years, 20 and 21, where, over inflation, home values have just skyrocketed. But, in the 2000s and the 80s, they were kind of flat, inflation and home prices, which is better than a big, huge loss. And that I think is rather interesting when you start to look at it, because people ask me a lot, or one of their concerns about buying is inflation. Now, what about James Royal? What's he saying with bank rate?
Yeah, he's talking more about looking at a fixed rate mortgage also allows you to maintain the biggest portion of housing expenses at the same payment. Sure, with property taxes will rise and the other expenses may creep up, but your monthly housing payments still remain the same. That's certainly not the case if you're renting. And for us, we think, hey, is looking at the next slide here, and it's certainly good for our investors, but on the flip side, is it time to throw your money away to rent, or should you put it into that dirt that we say?
Absolutely. And you can see where rental price appreciation goes way higher than core inflation rate. So now my dollar doesn't go as high and I've got to pay more in rent, more than the dollar can catch up. And that's a real problem. So, in next month's March's update, we're going to talk about how easy it is if you're a first-time home buyer wanting to get into a home and you haven't been in before, how quickly you can get in and for actually not very much down, which is very important. I love this slide, Cole, because we get this question a lot. So talk to me about cumulative house price appreciation. So we're sitting in 2022, 4 years from now. We did a survey on both Instagram and Facebook, and 20% of the people aligned with pessimists, Cole, and 80% aligned with the optimists.
Yep,
And
meaning
with
it's gonna either crash or it's gonna keep going up.
Right.
I
They
mean,
kind of line with the pessimists and say, "Oh," but I was out to dinner with one of our clients the other night, Cole, and he said, regardless of whether you're an optimist, a pessimist, or somewhere in the average in the middle, the deal here is the prices are going to go up. Now it's just how much will they go up? And I love this slide because really these are analysts that are, they weighed in on multiple sides. In addition, one of the things that we get concerns with is not just price, but also what about mortgage? And again, looking back from the 70s to the 2010s, boy, look at where investment or mortgage interest rates have been. It's crazy.
yeah, yeah, it is super crazy. And looking at just the fact that you say interest rates are going to rise, where they've come from, right? I don't know where you bought your first home, Mary, but I bought mine at like 3.25, which is nowhere near that other amount.
Yeah, mine was in the 80s, Cole, and I would have loved 12.7, but I bought one at 14, I bought one at 10,
Okay.
so that
Okay.
average is probably about 12.
So about
Um,
one third of that is not bad in today's world, you know?
that is spot on for sure.
Yeah.
So, lots of folks say, okay, guys, what's really happening in our area versus nationally. It's great to get all those numbers, but nationally, the sales price of existing homes, this is sourced by National Association of Realtors, said in the South, they did this by region year over year, the South went up by 20.2%, which is interesting. Now, Cole, let's look at our areas. These are the markets we're in today: Bonita, Estero, Fort Myers, Marco, and Naples. And if you look down here at the bottom in Naples, what is that number there? Can you read it with your great eyes?
It's about 39, 38, and 99. So we'll average it out to 40.
Yep. And then look at these. The lowest one was Estero, which was on track for what happened in all of the South, at 20%, which to me
It's
is,
the lowest of our area, right?
yeah, just of our area. But we're looking Fort Myers South. Did not put Cape Coral on this, but probably should have as well. Now, nationally, look at year over year inventory levels. Each month of these, as we go back, the most current month being 18% down, which nationally you would think about it, right? Because of the fact that, most places are in cold at this time of year.
Yeah.
When you look at ours year over year, the bottom one is a negative 57.53, minus 58% inventory in Naples down. But Cole, look at this. We're up in sales by almost 20%. Now, how does that work? Supply is down, sales are up. What's that trigger?
That triggers inflation or appreciation, as we call it.
Price. Yep, price. So simple economics. What we've got here is we're selling more. We have less inventory, less to pick from, so the prices can go up. And honestly, Cole, we don't know if it's time to move or not. Only you can decide that personally. But here's what we do know. If you are looking to move, it is a great time to move. Whether you're buying or selling, when you look in the rearview mirror, you're going to be happy.
Yes. And it might not make sense, but if it does for you to sell your house, it's a great time in the market. Like we just showed, there's nothing on the market. So
That's
you
right.
are setting the market.
So if you're looking to list your home, this is the time to do it. If you're looking to buy, don't wait, because when you look back a year, if in 4 years its simple appreciation is 26%, wasn't that the number, Cole? If it's
Yeah.
pessimist, wouldn't
Yeah.
you want to get that number? So we hope that
That's
this
what
is
pessimist at least.
yeah, at least. And what was 62% as an optimist? So,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Anyway, we look forward to seeing you next month in Housing Update. I'm Mary Bartos with the Bartos Group of Premier Plus Realty, and my co-host,
Cole Bartos with the Bartos Group of Premier Plus Realty.
And we look forward to answering all your questions for sales, homes. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. For selling your home here in Southwest Florida or buying. Ciao.
Ciao.